Welcome everyone who's ready to get this stream started. Hi, book. Let me just share this to the Discord real fast. You know what? But while I'm doing that, I'm going to load up the campaign. Whiskers, why are you trying to lay on the stuff, man? Alright, so we was on this new site. Ooh, gonna watch a movie with Turtle Shortly. Nice. What y'all gonna watch? That's cool and all, but I want to go back to an earlier map because I want to try to five-star these other maps. Yo, Primal, what's up, my dog? Also, Primal, we're not gonna talk about what happened during the watch party, sir. Like, I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. Dak don't know what happened. I remember that we was just watching Jurassic Park. I may or may not have fallen asleep mid-movie. Granted, it was 1 o'clock in the morning my time, so what are you going? Wait, what are you gonna name it? Elemental. Oh, okay, cool. That sounds like a cool movie, but Jabba. Do you know what? That is very fitting. That is very fitting. No, I believe I had I had my mic off, so I was not caught snoring, but I did pass out during the Jurassic Park watch party.
Not many
Oh,
research stations do so well that they're given more land, but here we are. Of
okay,
course,
cool.
that land isn't exactly accessible. Bear in mind, we might have to flatten the place out a bit to make it more usable too. Nature is
Honestly,
impressive and
we
all, but
don't
it
have to.
rarely takes our construction needs into account.
At least I don't think we have to. Stay here and continue working on towards 5 stars. Yeah.
I'm sure that no one will be surprised to hear this, but our client is overjoyed. The breeding program that they dreamed of has been made a reality, and we have their utmost trust.
That's great and all, but really, I should be thanking them. They gave me the chance to develop my research. And not many people would sink their
Well,
resources
what's
into
up,
theories
Cat?
like
I'll
that.
to keep on
Oh,
his
there's a
snacks. Hold on,
world
y'all.
of clients who will happily pay for those theories now, Doctor. But our work here certainly isn't done. We have this client's trust, yes, but let's earn their devotion.
There you go, Whiskers. One
Din
of his
manages these
snacks.
sites for
You will,
us.
book. Thank you,
These
thank you.
key goals are how we calculate our park rating at each site we work on. And I am entrusting responsibility for these park ratings to you.
Cool. Now that's done. Reach our 5 stars. We got a ways to go here and increase the number of naturally bred dinosaurs to 12. So what we need to do is some expeditions for Parasaurolophus because that's here. At least I think no, I think that's already at 100, ain't it? Ooh, a Troceraptor. Albertosaurus. To scientist skill. So Oh yeah, different scientists here. Right. Can't really train these suckers either. Until I build a staff center. Shoot, and then we need an appropriate power source. I'm glad we did this.
Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
Large substation. I'll put it over here. Yeah, that's going to power all that over there. Yeah, fixing that. Yeah, put another large power station down. How do you think the starter's responsible? I think it's going to use its arms. I do think that. It's so big to not do it. I think it's fair to sit that there. Put it there. Can I? Okay, I can. I wanted to kind of go behind the park if I can, like to keep the poles out of the way. That should be a task, trying to keep these power lines out of the way of everything. We need these because I don't think we have any. Or if we do, then maintenance. So there's one there, and there's a maintenance post here. I'm gonna move this. Yeah, I'm gonna move this. No, let's move this first. First order of business, making sure all the buildings are covered in this spot. They are. Set it. It's 10 too. Let's see. Maintenance post 2, 3, 1. 1 is over here. 3 is right there. Let me see. Is 3 in a good spot? We're gonna have to move 3. We're gonna move 3. Okay, so let me see. Covered. Then it's touching that. Cool.
Adding to the list.
No, no. Maintenance team 2. I'm gonna have them cover this, and then as we move further out, that's gonna be the job of maintenance team 3. That's it. Okay. So that spot's covered, but we need somebody that's gonna be over here. Let me get rid of this generator because we don't need it. And then there's one over here. We don't need that either. These fences are about to break. Where's my maintenance team? We need more of those. Give West pets for me. Oh, I definitely will. Come here, man. Book says it's time to pet you. Yeah, man. I wish I could get him to like meow on command because he does this thing where he like rolls his meow. I love it. I think watching it hunt is so probably gonna be something cool. I do too. I do too. It's just 2 more days away. Tuesday is almost here. Right, what's I finna do? Oh yeah, maintenance team. Additional maintenance team. Cool. Oh yeah. We needed a staff facility. So now we can train these guys up. Oh, I look at all those points. You're getting a bump of your logistics and then your genetics. You're getting a big bump to your welfare and your logistics. You're getting a big bump to your genetics and your welfare. Same to you. There we go. Now let's see who we got here. We got somebody that's good at research, cheaper research, positive, faster expeditions. Okay. So looking at that, welfare specialist, greatly appreciated. We got faster research, motivated, increases unrest limit by 4. Cheaper synthesis, we need you. Faster expeditions, we need you. And I'm gonna take him because he's a welfare specialist. So boom, we got that. And I want to train up these stats on you, and then that on you. There we go. Oh, oh shit! I didn't see we were losing money. Oops. I was just doing stuff and really not giving the money for it. Damn. Damn. Okay. Some dinosaurs are about to come out though. I should have put down some amenities. But like I said, the guest coverage is lit. It's going to be a long recording of all the new species and their animations. You know what? Maybe? Perhaps. We're going off-roading, folks. That's how we do it at Engine. What's up, Paris? You know what? Take us a picture should offset that too. I just want to repair this. Ah, damn, it's a picture fan.
I have control.
Gotta get those babies. And the shot. There we go. Cool. Now, what we want to do is see if we can place in a minute. Can we get a medium? Yeah, we can get a medium because that's what we're going to need right off this start. One of these. I'll put it right here. Boom. Now we got to start making a little bit of money. No guests because we don't have no tours at the moment. So we're not going to focus on them. Where do you go to see your... Is it here? Yeah. General is the biggest demographic. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, by far. That's what we gotta try to appease here. So I'm looking for something that'll help them. But I'm really only seeing this, so milkshakes. And then change the features. The beanbag. What if we did this? Cool, we got it all in the clear. Now we got some type of income coming in. Yeah, even if it's just a little bit. Yeah, our profit took a big hit because I wasn't paying attention. See, so probably got one of those unique combat animations like Scorpius. You know what? I do hope so
Any
because
good manager has to know how to delegate, and
it's a long
I'm a
run.
good manager. Observe, I'm handing this task to you.
Because I'm going to say, even though I don't like the Scorpius because he looks like a pug, its animations are pretty good. Even I can't deny that. Damn. It costs money to add those. I didn't know that. I wonder is it because I got too much stuff.
Confirming asset.
we're still taking a hit here. Uh, uh, you're a small amenity. Shit! That's why. Fuck. I'll replace that as soon as we get the chance. Yes. Because now we need a big food amenity. Why is there a building constraint? I don't get it. Then there's that thing, also draining money. Right? Oh no, that's dumbass. Alright, same thing. Burgers and fries. At that point, y'all don't need anything big. Jukebox, console display, and fountain. Now we're going to do the same thing for the guests, so they can have medium shopping. Because I don't know why this is right here. Pets. Couches. Also display. I kind of hope we get something a little bit more chill when it comes to this. I think that the Store's Rex is going to definitely have an interesting social interaction. But would it be curious or aggressive to another one? I'm actually thinking it might be aggressive towards another of its kind since we only seen the one. Now, I could definitely be wrong in that assumption, but that's what I think is going to happen. I think galleys like medium nests, don't they? Oh, they want multiple nests, so I'm not going to focus on you. Your dinosaurs will start breeding. No restroom coverage. They try to throw that in there before something happens too.
Is now open.
Trying to see how it's looking. The guest comfort. Come on now. There we go. There we go. We got some referees trying to finally come in. And you definitely can and will punch a Tyrannosaurus in it. Look, if it's straight up haymakers a dinosaur out, I am going to laugh so hard. That is going to be hilarious. Okay, so now we got 5 out of the 12. Once our parents start breeding, that'll push us more. Our galleys want more of the same too. Then we got to complete 10 contracts, increase appeal to 9,000. It's gonna take more than what we have. Damn, wait, what's draining the money? Expenses. It's 87,000 and the income is 100,000, so I don't get it. Can't use the marketplace. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll fire you. Two issues reported. Shelter and accommodation. So no hotel, no shelter. That's what they're saying. I don't know how much a large hotel is. You are 100,000 on your own. Ah, okay. And eventually we're gonna have to redo these pathways. Okay. Let's see how far can we get the Godly Repeater substation. Fortunately not far enough. Ooh, ooh. Hold on. Can we finagle this? Yeah, buddy, we did.
Gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the...
Now we still got one issue, and that is shelter coverage. Because you think it would take to contain the distorted. Nothing short of the invisible gate. Actually, I want to know what the security rating would be. Because we know no dinosaur can get past the biosense security fences. So with that in mind, would it be would its security rating has to be stronger than this heavy fence, than a concrete fence. Its security rating. Oh, it's not. I haven't researched it, but its security rating is 5. So it has to be either a 5 or a 6. With another like species. Yeah, I can do that. I'm trying to do. I know they like ornithomimus and ceratops. Ornithomimus are the best bet here. They're safe. So we're going to make something. Wait, if we got ornithomimus, I mean there has to be some wetland, right? Because they like wet. Okay. Ornithomimus likes wet too. Cheaper synthesis. Positive influence. So it will be the first 7. So I think there is. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think there is a dinosaur with a security rating of 6. But it will be definitely the first 7. Cool. Skittish. Man. No, 1 male will do. Okay, so remember that. Think ornithomimus doesn't need multiple nests, but like I said, it's for the pairs more than anything. The good thing is their cohabitation rate won't climb since they're both like species. What else? Oh, that. Because we need to start building over here. And we could it looks like we could do something real neat over here. I kind of like how this is, so I want to try to keep this intact. And we can make it like a river cruise or something. Yeah, we'll make this whole. Let's try to make this whole section a tour, a river tour, with maybe a another tour that goes around it. What species has the highest security rating and dominance? Right? I don't even think I have the hybrids research, but I think Indominus or one of the hybrids has a security rating of 6. I think. Actually, yeah, do you? These will tell you their security rating. That or the other one did. Another thing I'm looking forward to testing out is that whole thing where we could change a dinosaur's behavior. Like, so we can have chill carnivores with herbivores, is what it sounds like we can do. Like, I feel like as long as they have a food source, hopefully they still won't try and go hunt. Uh, shoot. Yeah, do we have the? No, we don't have it. It was whatchamacallit that was also in this section of the park, or your park management, and it had a list of your dinosaurs as well, and I think that had their security rating. Something had their security rating besides the wiki, and I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure it's the hybrids. Indominus or one of his ilk has the highest security rating, but I feel like I can find it on here. Oh, Paris office is at 95. That needs to be at 100. It's the fact that I don't have any T-Rex DNA, despite doing missions that would have involved T-Rex. That's wild work. Huh. Sort by gene, orbit, no. Amarga is a. I think Amarga would be a nice fit too. Maybe because I can't remember if they need wetland or not, but they would probably fit nicely in here too. Like just three of them. Probably gonna, I am curious to see what it is though. Uh, I'm gonna look it up, do a Google search real fast while we wait. So Google Jurassic World Evolution 3. Which ones next secure? Of course, it says Apex and large hybrids, right? But we let me see. Okay, actually, there are a few security sixes: Indominus Rex, Indoraptor, T-Rex, Spino, Giga, Karkar. So stuff like that. Although I think Acro might actually have a lower security rating. So to keep these dinosaurs contained, you must use concrete walls or higher tiered electrified steel fences. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. They have a security rating of 6, so they can break out of the security rating of 5. Because if I remember correctly, a dinosaur cannot break out of the fence that has the same security rating as it or higher. Which is why nothing can get past the invisible fences because they have a security rating of 6. Yeah, but it was mostly the carnivores. We were on the nail of Indominus being among that kind, but I thought it was specifically the hybrids. But that but now that I think about it, that wouldn't have made a lot of sense because if T-Rex was stuck at security level 5, that means it wouldn't be able to break out of a concrete fence. And it can in this game. Now, realistically in real life, I do think a T-Rex will hurt itself trying to break out of a concrete fence. It probably, it real, if it tried that in today's time, it wouldn't know that a concrete fence would cause it serious damage. It would definitely, it would definitely try it as an animal. When you're somewhere you don't want to be, your first thing you're going to try to do is leave. So it will 100% try to get out of that. It might be a very strong tier 6. Oh, it would be the strongest tier 6. I'm expecting Distortus to still be bigger than the T-Rex. I'm expecting it to have a significant vertical length over the T-Rex, but at least according to Evo, she said that compared to these tier fences,
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
Distortus wasn't that much
we are
bigger.
pleased to
It
welcome
was
an
about
ornithomimus to the park.
like right here to it. But at the same time, these fences are kind of big when you think about it to the average person. Cool. We got money now. We're at 1 million.
Brilliant work. There's a reason we all rely on your expertise.
We got 4 out of 14. Can wait. On Nithomimians are pretty chill about everything though. Working fruit and ground leaf. They're gonna need some ground leaf because there definitely isn't no ground leaf. I didn't think about that. It's ground nut here. And in wetlands. They do not encroaching on all of this stuff. Getting rid of a lot of wetland. Yeah, see now it's not no wetland. Too few adults. Jesus. So they need like 2 more. I want to check the pairs, make sure they were still cool. Okay, they are. They are. Do they like sauropods? They do like sauropods. And that's a mama shirt like sauropods as well. And they do. So let's make 2 more ornithos and then get like 3 Amargas going. They really made the skins kind of bland for a manga. Need to find any in the para. Probably gonna have to unlock this dig site again because it's out for really no reason. Depleted Parasaurolophus. Trying to think. Yeah. 5, 9. Cool, we're already getting that done. It will be the biggest carnivore that has ever swallowed a phone. Now that I think about it, I think Spinosaurus is the only one that when it swallows a phone, it actually does the ringtone. Every other dinosaur has a generic jingle. They only did one. We need two. I'm going to start the eggs because we need two and they did one. Damn, they all skittish. It don't even really matter. Whatever patterns, I hope they are good. Because some of these patterns just aren't it. Like a Margosaurus, like it didn't have no really variety in this color, and all the colors were like bland. Can't really see the extra like striping
Synthesis
that are
procedure
on them.
complete. Incubation personnel
So
standing
it
by.
kind of like defeats the purpose. Damn, they are bland. No trace manifested. My hope is that they come out with some vibrant skins. Yeah, I kind of wish that the little guys had some fighting animations. Like, let's say Microceratops didn't get along with Lychnosaurus. It'd be kind of fun to watch them like try to duke it out. Can't breathe. Yes, minus 24%.
I often have my head wrapped up in bigger picture planning. It's nice
Shit,
to know that the hard work on the
there's
ground is
no
being
male
handled
para.
so expertly.
We'll get that to 100. Master expedition. Yeah, that's kind of wild though. There is no male pair. I didn't know that. I was wondering why they don't breed. So far, I've seen Aquila, some Titanosaurus. Um, they did Mutodon too. Really, it was just like them candy flying. Oh, they too big to fit in the crate. Really? Titanosaurus and Sorcerosaur, which I think we can hold back after we're doing all this. Good. More sauropods honestly need to get along with them.
Sure, the Amargasaurus isn't the biggest sauropod around or the best known. But you gotta love an underdog,
Ugly,
right?
cover,
Especially an underdog with such impressive spikes.
that's the only thing they don't have here. It's ground fiber, and that's what it needs. They won't be able to live here because they need ground fiber. So they're going to need their own enclosure adjacent. So about right here then.
Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel.
It says the terrain is too steep, but we're going to see about that. We're going to see about that. Because it looked like there's some
Any
nice
ecology is made
elevation.
up of an uncountable number of tiny interactions. Everything matters to something else. In our case, this next objective matters to me. Could you take it on?
I just need one Parasaurolophus male.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an ornithomimus to the park.
Guess that's all it needed. Faster extraction. Two people want to give her up. I gotta get to work.
Synthesis.
Oh, the females seem to have larger crests. So, yeah. Well, about not larger, but they're longer. The crests on the males are shorter. Cool. Didn't know that. Man, I'm really hoping that with Titanosaurus, they surprise us like, boom, your sauropods can now defend themselves. That'll be the best surprise. I know I shouldn't get my hopes up, but part of me wants to see sauropods fight back. Where's the Margosaurus at? There we go. Put them over here with some wetland, and they need ground fiber. And as long as they explore, they got all the whatchamacallit they want. Need some extra storage capacity. Additional upgrade slots. You do faster research. So you. Everybody else need to take a rest before they decide to do some revolting. Y'all that's doing some work. They got to rest when they get done doing their work. Pretty sure when Titanosaurus are engaged in dynamic activity, sales will raise up. It looks nice and very intimidating for a sauropod. I did like that, honestly. The little cells they had were unique. It was an interesting design choice for a sauropod, and I was not mad at it. Especially since I find it very interesting when we get a dinosaur that is the namesake for its species in a game. Like,
Logistics, my first love. This is the stuff that keeps this place actually functioning. Good to see you're as into it as I am, huh?
well, yeah, like it's just interesting when I see that because we haven't had that in a while, and we got dinosaurs like Dreadnoughtus, Patagotitan, which are titanosaurs, but now we're actually getting Titanosaurus. Yo, Dick, what's up? Yeah, I want to try to finish the campaign before the Rebirth DLC drops. I want to try. So,
Asset has been collected.
Sound like the present.
Heading to collect the asset.
Like that. Shoot, how's it going on your end, Deck?
Commencing asset transit.
Let me see. Put it behind you. Let's see, And I guess we're gonna watch The Lost World the next weekend for our movie night. That would be, you know what? That would be very cool. I didn't see these. You can have different types of power lines. Huh. I didn't know that. Cool. But yeah, that would be cool to do a Lost World watch party. Uh, I promise not to fall asleep this time.
Wow, you're pretty impressive to see in action. Maybe I should be making notes on you instead of the dinosaurs.
So you got Loki Ceratops in the desert. So I want something different.
Delivery has been completed.
Obviously, Microceratus in it. If I'm allowing myself to complete this, that would be perfectly fine. Wow, it's going to be needed here. That's for sure. I'm doing good, and yeah, we can do Lost World Thursday night. Okay, cool. I will be there. I still can't believe I fell asleep. We gotta give it time. There's no guests down here at the moment. It has to generate more dinosaur appeal than what's in here. Let's see. Ankylodocus, weird choice. Yes, sir. Topsids, Ankylosaurids, Hadrosaurids, Stegosaurids. Ah. What ceratopsids can we put with it? Faster expedition. improve yield. Faster transit. Where's the here? Extraction capacity. Muscle storage. It's doing that. Now we can extract more. Here's one of the new genetics we can get in the DLC. They talked about it. Like I said, there's one that affects your dinosaurs like their behavior, so you can make species that don't like each other like each other. If that's what was explained correctly, because from what I heard in Evo's video, that's what it sounded like. It might not necessarily be that, but that's what it sounded like. There was a whole lot of behavioral stuff actually. I'm trying to remember what else that it did. There was like seven new different type. There's eight new different types of like I think genetics that we're getting, and one of them was that. I'm trying to remember what the other ones were because you had amicable and things like that. Was it better to unlock species through research for the sandbox or have them already unlocked? It actually depends on my kind of mood. Normally, I just already have them unlocked, but if I'm going through like a if I'm going through like a thing, then I'll like research them and whatnot. But for me, it's always been type of mood that I had to have been in. If I was going to want to research them or not. I thought in the fertility thing, it was supposed to tell you the type of nest they need. Because I assume it's a medium nest. Shit, what was I finna do? I forgot that first. Oh yeah, take a picture.
There was a time that I put career progression above all else, you know. You have a bright future ahead of you, but don't forget why you're doing it.
Got that taken care of. Let's see how it's looking on here. Economy wise, everything's good. No issues. Geostormbergia, Parasaurolophus. Do we have any Geostormbergia DNA? Let me see if that's even unlocked. Both the flyers are checked, so yeah. We just gotta go get the Geostormbergia DNA. Which I mean is a nice little corner over here for the aviaries. Uh, those new aviaries are pretty dope. I like to make a nice little, I guess I want to call it a canyon, and you can make it look so well done and be like the pterosaurs don't want to leave. You don't have to worry about the pterosaurs leaving because this environment is so well suited to them. Then they don't fly out. At least that's what we tell the guests. You know, tell the guests that they're really contained by an invisible barrier with technology. We're like centuries of beyond our current means. Oh shit! I didn't see that it was costing so much. I know we had Genius Berries on the other map, but still. I kind of wish you could move your dinosaurs from map to map. That'd be kind of cool. It would help. Oh, look at that, baby. Ornithomimus is about to be born. Yeah, finna cause a headache. Can't breathe recent eggs. No better than this. Put another shelter down. I didn't know it was a bad storm. Marketplace. Progress through San Albertus Island Mall. Oh, he was heading there. Okay. You don't need to tell him to look at that.
On patrol.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events.
We're just gonna need two more, and that's gonna come from our parents, hopefully. I think the nest goes on a cooldown timer too. And a few more domes again. It costs 100,000, so let's see. We need 1, 2, 3, 6. We need exactly 600,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome Ornithomimus to the park.
Let's see the next. The next had, yeah. There's a 5-minute cooldown. Very bad. Research the flying reptiles. Ah, damn, we didn't do that one. It's 500,000. Hold, please. Where those babies go? I want to get them in a shot.
Asset spotted. Exit confirmed.
Now I can research this. Nine, 13, 17. Jesus. That's dang near the whole squad. Everyone's still in here. No. And the missing dome pieces.
I've always trusted in the science, that and the people I work with. You, for example, continue to earn my trust.
I believe this is what I need to use for that, right? Moving around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, got to follow the rainbow. Oh, missed my turn.
I often have my head wrapped up in bigger picture planning. It's nice to know that the hard work on the ground is being handled so expertly.
Oh, you almost did a sick maneuver. So I'm guessing it's not these guys. It's not popping up again real often.
Taking back control.
Move out of the way! Casual city escape. I don't think I can tell you how often that song lives rent free in my head. Oh no. They are the ones that are supposed to handle this. They can't get to it. Oh my god, and if the mind is nah, they are breeding up the wazoo. Yeah, these Nithomimuses are gonna keep breeding. There's growth. Yeah, I don't know why it's not telling me the nest size that they need. Maybe they need large, because they certainly aren't using it. Pass around for Zoom. I'm gonna start trying to get the parents to breed out that nest. So somebody literally remind me in 4 minutes. There we go. Yes. Gracias. Amen.
Those flying reptiles are going to love that nest. I can't wait to see their reaction and hopefully their juveniles.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new aviary viewing
I can't
gallery
remember, but
for you
I
to
think
observe our
Coelophytes is a
amazing
fitted
avian
small
reptiles.
carnivore type deal. Just lets the pterosaurs loose a lot faster than waiting for them to break out. Godly repeater substation save us in our time of need. Uh, ha!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new
It's the Godly
aviary
repeater
viewing gallery
substation for a
ready
reason.
for you to observe our amazing avian reptiles.
Come on. Come on. Nice. No tunnel connection. Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Real Sternbergian. What do they like? Don't know because we don't have any. Guys, how could y'all let me just not have any Geo Sternbergians? Ooh, irritating. How about you? Y'all just let me walking around here with no Geo Sternbergians? Where is Geo Sternbergian? I thought it was further south in America. Yeah, here we go. Get these parents to start breeding. I want some parrot babies. All right, everybody. Fingers crossed the breeding program works. Okay, hold on. I need to make sure it's all Geo Sternbergian. Yeah, yeah. This is Tyrannosaurus. Nice. Wait, failed. You try. Why would it say Parasaurus is breeding if it failed? That's so misleading. No, people starting to come here. Nice. Geo, Geo, Geo. That's another Geo. Yeah, this is Tyrannosaurus. why does that keep failing? 53, 50, 65. I can't wait to design these canyons and these aviaries to extend their height. That's going to be fun. And then you have a river cruise go through it. Oh, man. When I come out, what we should do is make a river cruise, like a river cruise park. Well, maybe not a river cruise park, but a river cruise that goes through so many different types of enclosures, species that, we can see moving in and out the water, and then we go into an aviary. Oh, man. Yeah. I got some plans coming Tuesday and after Tuesday. You don't know, it's now complete. Just a burger likes what? Oh, you get great. I didn't even see that. You get like points for reading these guys. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have that one modeled after the Pteranodon from Lost World. Papyrana just looks good on it. So you're gonna be that. It has to be the wings. So changing color. So they need wetland cover, a lot of pasture and fish. Okay, okay. So a lot of pasture cover and fish. Right. Cover. Okay, okay. Remember that they need a lot of cover. What was the same thing about their population? One plus males any. Okay, cool. Cheaper synthesis. Wait, damn, y'all done already? Shit. Finally, it worked. Okay, cool. So if we go in here, it says they need cover and a lot of pasture. So I'm gonna put their water here. Let's start there. Water. Oh, it comes with a pterosaur nest. Nice. There we go. There we go. I want to phone right next to the nest. Okay. So let's put some pasture down here. And then we'll put the cover up here. Go around the whole back half with it. There we go. Now they got enough, and let's see if we get a fish feeder in here. That way, I like it where the guests can come and just see them like just land to do stuff. Oh, I can't wait till we get those purchased too. Purchase, gonna make it so that, which is weird that we need those purchased because I feel like the pterosaur should be able to just land on anything. Like if the collision is on, I feel like they should be able to just land on it. Although it probably doesn't help that the collision is mixed. Like I don't know. Uh, But when though they gave us modular building, I feel like they made some things kind of weird. Ooh, we got our Sternbergius coming. What else did they say? Ichthyosaurus. Huh. Oviraptor, Gallimimus. I'm sorry, Gallimimus. Really? Puppies. How many puppies can share an enclosure with the galleys? Three? Okay, that's good. I'm gonna delete the nest after that because I don't need the ornithomimuses just reading up the place. If we didn't go for any puppy DNA, did we? No, we didn't. $720. Okay. And what happened to Cabot Jr.? He's probably on the others.
Switching roles.
At least hopefully he's on the others, man. So nothing bad ever happened to Cabot Jr., man. Even though that's not what I wanted to name him. I don't know if I can rename him. You know what? We should try. We should try to rename Cabot Jr. There he is. Cabot Jr. Yeah, we can rename him. Cabot Jr. has matured. That means he needs to have a kid that's Cabot the Third. Oh my God. Myosaur block. Probably too many. Look at all these Mayas. There's probably too many. Max population reach. Three and 10, damn, you gotta be careful who you try to get rid of. Now, museum request. Uh, that was a lose. That was gonna be a lose-lose situation with that, regardless, huh? Hey, come on, Sternbergian.
The Geosternbergia is an ancient pterosaur with an impressive cranial crest. Thanks to its size and surprising dexterity in the air, it's capable of causing some real damage if not carefully managed.
All right, look at my baby parrots.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the rarest of elephants to the park.
Nice, okay. Uh, what can we put here? I wanted a ceratopsid. What do we have?
Wow! At this rate,
Oh, we got a
we'll need to add
Tronkinosaurus.
home to the world's most efficient park manager to the brochure. Nicely done.
We really don't have anything. Let's go get Chasmosaurus. We're looking for a ceratopsid. What better roommate than the Chad Casmo himself? Casmo was Casmo on the armored dude? I can't see like a whole bunch of chat stuff pop up on the screen. The Giga Chad Chasmo. Exactly. Yep, there he is. Casmo's right there. I like the new Questless, but I still think the design just fits some like Hasagopterus in some way. Exactly. Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm going to be using the new design for. The Rebirth Cat Quetzal is going to be uh, Hasagopterus. Because the Dominion design is great, honestly. I don't even see why they felt the need to redesign it. If they wanted, they could have easily just made Hasagopterus. Like, since we were getting all these others, new species and whatnot, there was no. I wonder who was behind that decision to say, you know what we need to do? We need a new question for this movie since we're going to be collecting, DNA from the giants of the land, air, and sea. We need a new design for the giant of the air. I mean, the Quetzal wasn't the only giant. Hasagopterus was just as big. That's wild that they needlessly do stuff like that. You have a good design and then you scrap it literally the next movie. Nah, nah, no, we're not here for that. And I think the only reason it got scrapped, well, no, well, I won't say scrapped, but the only reason it got that redesigned is because these are supposed to be the animals that didn't make it into Jurassic World for one reason or another, which is so weird because it was more better when the premise was these animals weren't fit for Jurassic Park. It was I thought we was finna go down a new avenue because Jurassic World's problem was everybody's tired of dinosaurs. Mind you, the public has only known about dinosaurs for, let's see, we have 1997, so the park opened. When did Jurassic World open? 2005, right? So that's 8 years in between then. That's 8 years that they knew. And then the disaster happened in 2015. So that's another 10 years. So what's that, 18 total years at that point? And then you got Dominion and stuff like that. Like they're either at the 25-year mark or just a little bit past it. Oh no, well we birthed it past the 25-year mark, but they they've only known that dinosaurs existed for a quarter of a century, and you're trying to tell me at like around that time people was just like, yeah, we're bored. Stegosaurus was cool, like in 2000, in like the year 2000, like when the park first opened in 2005. But like T-Rex is just another tiger now. Like what? No. If that was the case, people would get tired of going to zoos, and nobody's tired of going to zoos because you can't see these animals, anywhere else. If you can't afford to go see them out in the wild. And I can't get there because I have to do the Azores Islands, Portugal. Okay. You can't do that. Honestly, I wouldn't care if D-Rex and Mutadon were never added. Yo, Seabass in the house. Uh, you know what? Well, I don't have no special love for the D-Rex either. Like, I wouldn't fuss if it wasn't being added into this game or not either. Well, I can't. You know what? I was going to say something more along the lines of, while I'm not mad that it's been. God, I'm stumbling over my words. But long story short, I'm actually in
Hey, I
between,
can dig it.
neither here nor
Yeah,
there.
that didn't feel good to say. Not only because I will be doing absolutely none of the digging.
Okay, let's put some compies. Put some copies in with the Mayas. They can't do nothing to the Mayas. But yeah, I'm right there with you, Seabass, on like, you know, if these creatures were to ever get added type thing. Like the D-Rex was hyped up, didn't really do nothing. Mutadons are the Mutadons were just there. But it is what it is. I wish we could have got something better because now some people like Rebirth. Maybe I need to just sit back and listen to why people like Rebirth and then, weigh it against why I don't like Rebirth. And the reason why I don't running. They had a plot, but it was weird. The best way when I think of the plot, that's the best way I could describe it. The plot was weird. Where's the other expedition? Are they doing something? Probably. Oh yeah, they're still resting. Like, I get it though that the plot was to gather these dinosaurs' DNA for pharmaceutical purposes. That is kind of a cool plot, but it was also Biosen's thing, so that feels kind of reused. Uh oh. Oh right, they need wetland. shoot. Let me get in the wetland before they break out. Ooh, cypress. Hang on, I love the cypress brush. There we go. There's no need to get into a fight. No, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Rebirth. Like the story felt incomplete. Like even though they had David kept on the thing, like it felt like they still missed the mark. Let me see. Hot take. I would actually prefer the Agnorathus and the unknown amphibian that we see instead. Honestly, because that means we could have got J. Holopterus back. We could have had Agnorathus and J. Holopterus, and we would have had two insect feeders. And honestly, they should. Well, not only should they bring that back, but they should adapt more dinosaurs to it. Copy should be able to eat from the insect feeder. Uh, Coelophysis should be able to eat from the insect feeder. Any tiny, small dinosaur, like if they brought Sinosauropteryx back, it should be able to eat from the insect feeder. Shoot, I suggest that even some ornithomimus should be able to take a pluck at the insect feeder if they wish. Because if I remember correctly, ornithomimus are technically omnivorous. So I do hope they plan on bringing the insect feeder back because it was something new. But if they bring it back, more animals need to be able to feed from it. And Primal said, so was the Rebirth quest so made before the Dominion variant like a prototype? Well, according to the Jurassic Park lore, yes. It was first made for Jurassic World, but deemed unfit for one reason or another. And then the Dominion one, I don't know where that came from. I'm pretty sure it wasn't made by Dr. Wu. According to Ramsey, when he was explaining to Grant and Ellie, they made their own species, and they were like 100% like natural, and there was no alterations made to their genome, which is weird. That would imply that the Giga was made that way as well, unless it was their first attempt and it actually isn't 100% Giga. But hey, y'all saw him just off-roaded, like that was kind of cool. But the way it was explained in Dominion, yeah, those species are 100% the animal. So the Dominion question was made by Biosyn. If I got my lore straight. Oh yeah, we put this in there. Copy. How do you stop it from jumping around? There we go. It was jumping around too much for me. So now I can see what the skin look like. Yeah. They like pretty much everybody, but hates the omnivorous hybrids. I mean, they're scavengers. So. 3% synthesis. I guess these guys a break. You about to They about to go on a strike. The blue coloration is just so vibrant, right? And this is what they more. This is what they need more of. If they cool, if they had insect feeder like a termite mound. Honestly, why not? Why not? Not only should we have the insect feeder from O2, but we should be able to have um, like you said, termite mounds. Like it wouldn't be hard to I don't want to say engineer that, but it wouldn't be hard to come up for a reason for why to say for like it to be implemented in the game story mode for them to research and cultivate termites so they could build organically. And it would be kind of self-replenishing as long as you know it's within your rangers the rangers who's it? What's this thing called? As long as it's in the range of the ranger post and the rangers can look at it, it could be kind of like self-replenishing. Like the rangers, the rangers don't have to actually manually change it out. They just have to inspect it every now and then. Well, I guess that would technically count as them changing it out. The marine reptiles need some more behavior. Socializing is good, but where's the more energetic motions a marine species has, like leaping out the water at random? True. And the one thing that bugs me is that with all the new things this game has gotten, that the marine reptiles are still stagnant and separate from the rest of the bunch. That sucks. Like with the fact that we got a deep water tool, I thought we was gonna be able to make lagoon level things. Like it's not gonna be that hard. Just like how they shown that we can extend the depth of the aviaries, coming this Tuesday. Do the same thing for lagoons, but make them natural. That's all they had to do. Make them natural. Add add more depth to the deep water tool. Like boom boom. We would have had it. We would have had it. Man. 'Cause if they would have gave us natural lagoons, then we would have had the social interactions that we needed. Like, let's say a pair is taking a drink from the water because they can drink from deep water sources because you kind of create like shallow water-ish areas still. But that's neither here nor there. But it's drinking from the water, and there's a mosasaur in this lagoon. Mosasaur is hungry, and it sees the pair of drinking, comes up, snatch, just like that. That's a good. I mean, it'll be a good substitute for the fact there isn't a shark feeder. So, if your mosasaur is hungry and a viable dinosaur comes for a drink that it could pull into the water, that's how it gets fed. And then, like, you see I don't want to say the corpse floats to the top of the water, like, because naturally I think the corpse will float, but just for that reason, alone, you don't have to have the corpse float. But what they also could do is for dinosaurs that can't be drug in, and you show the mosasaur or whatever species that like will eat from a shark feeder should still try to grab said dinosaur like a sauropod for a second. Like it lunges out, starts the sauropod, and like they have a little neat interaction of the sauropod, like probably like stomping at it or something, letting out a bellow. That would that'd be kind of cool. Even though that it can't actually pull it into the water, it'd still be a neat interaction to see sometimes. Another cool thing is if corpses could decompose and eventually become. I would love that. I would love that. Like you're running the risk still of like the corpse spreading disease, but if you choose to still leave, if you choose to leave it there and not dispose of the corpse, it could become bones. That would look good for certain carnivore enclosures. Now the pterosaurs dive into the lagoon and deep water
I
for
spend
fish.
a lot of time just observing the dinosaurs and
Exactly.
making notes on their behavior.
I'm actually
I lose
surprised that they
hours
don't
like
do
that,
that.
and that's time lost on my tasks too. Could you help with this one?
Like, I'm surprised they don't do that off of the fact that that's what happened in Jurassic World. They were diving in the mosasaur, grab one. The fact that we still don't have that unique interaction between the mosasaur and certain pterosaurs is that's beyond me. Like, and that wouldn't be hard to add in. That would not be hard to add in. I mean, especially since Frontier claimed that they're listening to us now. Can we get that? I'm gonna put this. Let me put it right here like that. And then I'm gonna put another one over here-ish.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Geosternbergia to the park.
Okay. 121, look at that. 121, look at that. Let the corpses sink after a while, yeah. The complexity limit will probably be an issue though. Yeah, you know what? That's probably what they will say. The complexity limit for consoles, PS5 Pro, remove the complexity limit. Let it push your console, because I literally would push my PS4 when I was on Evolution 1 and 2. I will especially on Evolution 1, I would push it to lengths, because Deku will tell you I was making this one part and I was pushing that part to so much of its limit. In Evolution 1 it was crashing like constantly on stream. I was saving like almost after everything I did. I didn't really have that problem in Evolution 2, but in Evolution 3, where of course we got all these modular buildings and like the stuff that people are making is borderline insane, still remove it, because there's a difference of learning the limit with the complexity meter and learning the limit without the complexity meter. If you remove the complexity meter, we'll actually learn a lot more, because then we'll know exactly the limits we can take the console to before we start having crashing problems in the park. Like, I honestly believe the complexity meter stops it way before you would have any issues that you would encounter if it wasn't there. Because like the game, like the park starts crashing when you absolutely hit that 100% limit. Like, you can still keep adding stuff, but you have to be careful about how you do it. You can't be clicking buttons or nothing like that too fast. Almost anything you do at that point makes the game crash. But the complexity limit is supposed to stop that. You hit this false 100% before you hit the actual true 100%. Like they added in the ability to like kind of give you a little bit of leeway. So let's say you got the true 100%. I say the complexity limit meter either kicks in anywhere but when you hit, like I say, 80 or 85% of that true 100. But then with that option to give yourself a little more leeway, you get to push it to about 90, 95. And then it pops back up saying, okay, that's a little bit too much. And then, it stops you from building. Like, just take, I'm telling you, just remove that complexity meter. We'll find our ways to cope. We will find our ways to cope. We did it with Evolution 1. The marine species could have some interesting additions like Protoxyrhina and Lee Cephas. They are definitely missing out by not having Lee Cephas. They are definitely missing out. Lee Cephas would be a amazing it would be an amazing addition. Shoot, not just Protoxyrhina. What's the other one with the world saw for the jaw? I almost said Anchoprisus. That's the sawfish. Helicoprion. Okay. Um, sea bass. Well, you too, Primal. Tell me, is it Helicoprion or is it Helicoprion? Because it has the word prion in it. So it leads me to believe it's actually Helicoprion. I just want to know if I'm getting my pronunciations right with it or not. That's actually right. I never pronounced it out loud. Oh shoot! I never assigned a Jeep team to go look at them. Ranger. We need a whole new Ranger just for that. What's my Ranger team? Oh, got a whole storm brewing too. Okay, give me a second. I just have to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, okay, back. All right, let's go. Take a photo worth 75,000. It's crazy, almost like that time right now. Almost 180,000.
Of
No
great
trace
ambition.
manifested.
I think you and I share that quality.
Hey, Cat, what's up, man? I need, I need I read it the same as hella, helicopter, like like heli for helicopter. Okay, so helicopter. Okay, so okay, helicoprion. Then that's how you say it, because that's how I've been saying it. But I'm really starting to wonder if it's helicoprion. Yes, they're gonna need a regular feeder that I want to put right here. I don't know what else they might need, but we'll see when they get it. All right. Maybe I'll come and look at it then. I get a chance. The way it was just moving had me thinking it was gonna crash. So I'm saving my hide.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Compsognathus to the park.
So a little bit of sand. Once they expand and figure out they got meat, that'll be great. They need a small nest. Now, see, now it's saying like requires small nest, but it wasn't saying that for the parasaurs. It was white. Oh, what's up, Whiskey? You know you're not getting no more treats. You can't just keep eating your treats like that, fat man.
That's a good-looking nest. Let's hope the dinosaurs like it as much as me.
Cool.
Working with Cabot, I'm more wary about delegating tasks than I'd like to be. However, I trust you with this one. Please don't make
Increase
me
the
regret
genome of
that.
Ceratosaurus to 50%. There's just certain things that I haven't done. I thought I had a complete genome for Ceratosaurus. I said 0%. What have I been doing? You know what's wild is that these tiny little compies can have babies. When Frontier says certain dinosaur species wouldn't be able to breed. I thought it was going to be all the tiny ones. I mean, it makes sense. They're already tiny. What we're going to do? Have even more tiny models that we could barely see? But no, that's what we got. These little tiny guys can have little tiny baby dinosaurs that we could barely see running around. And I think that's hilariously awesome. Coelophysis is at 0. We definitely need Coelophysis because I need to add it to the park. Oh, I'm getting the Zudo. Ooh, the Zudo with a Margosaurus will look tough. Speaking of dinosaur species, have you all seen the combat for Prehistoric Kingdom yet? I was I was watching a little bit of Evo's video before I started streaming, so I don't know like what the combat looked like fully. I saw a Stego fight and Toro, I think it was. Are you finna run towards the? They're so close. They are so close to discovering that they have food. Yeah, they found out they have food. Look at it. You can't kick the gate. I thought he was gonna try to drop kick the gate. He just hopped at it. Hey, let me out of here, man. This is inhumane. Wait. It's Saurian. It's in Saurian. In Dinosaurian. I don't like this. I haven't seen it yet, but I did watch Surviving Earth. Ooh, you got another documentary? What's Surviving Earth about? I wonder why they chose to make them hop around constantly like birds instead of them just running. Because every now and then, like you'll see the copy actually move somewhat normally, but then they'll start hopping again. Yeah. Although watching a hop like this is reminding me of the way people would move. Remember the Lost War game on PlayStation 1? It kind of reminds me of that one, like the constant hopping motion to get through the levels faster. Also on NBC, it's about the major extinction. Oh yeah, I wanna see that one because there's one that I want to understand a lot, and it was the Great Dying. And I think what's that? The Permian or the Triassic? I really want to understand that one more. At least all the concepts behind it, like what led to it, the Great Dying and everything like that. I don't have anything for. No, I do. I have one for extractors right here. Then I'll go get in the Zudo because I want to put it in the park. Cool. Now we got compies, and then they'll start having babies when they can. The Great Dying is all I think of when the Permian is mentioned. Exactly. Because isn't that the one where all the volcanoes like went off and they just made the atmosphere like unlivable for a great amount of time? Oh look, we got baby Diostormbergias. Let's see what they look like. There we go. No. Because it's under there, I can't really see it. Oh, there's more coming out. Another 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Geosternbergia to the park.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm glad that Frontier was able to fix the flyers. The flyers pathing, because if I remember correctly, we can't
I
make
often have my
custom
head wrapped up in bigger
aviaries,
picture planning.
but
It's nice to know that the hard work on the ground is
with
being
them
handled
claiming to
so
fix
expertly.
the pathway finding and everything for the pterosaurs, I think we might be able to contain them in custom aviaries, and I am definitely looking forward to that. Yes, 90% of all life died. Whew! The Great Dying is the first episode. Wow, really? So are they doing them in order, or were they just picking one? Because I thought there was I thought there was a mass extinction before the Great Dying. I thought there was at least two before the Great Dying. Because I thought it was, yeah, I thought it was two before the Great Dying. Then you had the Great Dying. Then you had one in the Triassic, and then you had and then of course you had the KT event with Chicxulub. Guessing it's in order. I mean, next to they got eggs. Let's see what's in there. Four. Like next to like Chicxulub, the Cretaceous extinction, right behind the Cretaceous extinction of it for me, because like yeah, it's crazy. It's cataclysmic. Both of them were cataclysmic, but man, like the Great Dying is literally something that can happen again. Like, imagine if all the volcanoes in the Ring of Fire went off simultaneously. I'm not sure if that would be the Great Dying all over again, but that would be a cataclysmic event. Yeah, okay, I was right. I'm not sure if it's in order, but there were a few before. Okay, so I was tripping for a second. Oh look, now it says there's security ring. It says a security ring right here. I was missing that the whole time, Primal. Oh no, is there a baby compy next to its parent? I just want to see how much smaller these guys are than the others. Because you were right there, and it's right here. Oh yeah. So you can see them over there. They still look tiny. See if I can see you from here. I kind of can't. Like he's right in that general area over there-ish. I can't really see him. Go drop a sandwich in the enclosure and watch them go to war. This is stuff that we need, though. This is stuff that we need in the game. Like, just imagine if the compies got out and you had a character, not a character, you had a guest that was literally walking around with a sandwich. And they would swarm that guest like they did the girl in the Lost World. That would be such a great reference. I'm telling you, this is the stuff we missing out on. Uh, Whew, that's a lot of Mizuno. And that's 100? Love. That is love. Okay, who are we missing next? We got Cryo, Kentrosaurus, Chronosaurus, and Mudaburasaurus. Yeah. Let's get Mudabura first. We need more Australian dinosaurs. Like, the fact that they have not brought back Australopithecus yet, just for the diversity on the world map, insane. We need that. We need Australopithecus. We need Australotitan. We need, hold on. We need more Australian dinosaurs, and we need more African species. Yay!